Yeah, I put this woman on fraud watch because she got destroyed. It was not even close, really. She pulled up, caught four bodies, and then got absolutely overpowered by a newborn. Like, I'm talking struggling the entire time just to land an effective hit. And when she finally does, only one went, wait a minute, I'm like that. I'm talking hit for hit, blow for blow. She was feeling so outclassed that towards the end of the fight, she had to compare and contrast and started hitting Arthur fists while she just let the rest of them escape because she knew she couldn't do anything. But you know, after I finished physically popping off at our GOAT, just absolutely destroying the queen, I kind of had to sit back and think, why was it such a one-sided fight? Now, don't get me wrong, I knew only one wasn't weak. I literally listed her feats in previous videos, but I know I was not the only one that assumed, okay, my fault, that was bad, that assumed we were losing a 4 beast this patch. But with the fight being so one-sided, I genuinely had to relook at all only one has going for her. I'm gonna start with her abilities. Mainly her control over dark matter, on top of being able to coat herself in it and become near impenetrable to most normal attacks. Her go-to move seems to be to try to restrain her target or whoever she's fighting with her dark matter hands, which is kind of all she really needs because it was strong enough to hold the queen down to the point where she wasn't able to move until she broke the hands themselves. What's even more interesting is how she's able to absorb others' abilities. Now, so far, we've only been able to see her absorb the 4 beast abilities despite having, I'm gonna say, consumed Matisse and all of Old Tales. I didn't see her with like a Kotodama or any electricity manipulation or anything like that. Granted, she couldn't talk, but she not only showed signs of having the 4 beast weapons, but also when she absorbs them, she's able to transform. And I struggle to call it a transformation because it seems to require that she has the 4 beasts, and it doesn't really change her body at all like other transformations we've seen. We also don't know if she retains these powers or if she literally has to consume people in order to copy them like Kirby. Though if I had to gamble, I'd say she functions like Kirby, honestly. The last thing I want to bring up is her body, and not just the fact that she has 2 cores, which could have easily played a huge part in why she's so strong, but also the fact that she's made up of a Nikke body, the queen's blood, and a human seed. And hey, if a Nikke plus a Rapture makes what is essentially a stronger Nikke, then I'd imagine mixing all of these ingredients together would result in something crazy strong. Now, despite the way the fight went, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend the queen's some random pushover. The queen has shown better regeneration than anyone we've seen in the game so far, besides only one of course. She has lasers strong enough to one-tap people like Marion and Cinderella. There's also one more thing I seem to be forgetting. What was it? Oh yeah. She has Lily Wise's body. You know, a Nikke so powerful that every other Nikke made is compared to her so fast that bullets move in slow motion. Not only the most powerful Nikke ever created, but also the leader of the strongest Nikke squad to ever do it. But you see, the Lilywise she's inhabiting now is hardly a Lilywise that was in her prime before she died. The Lilywise she is inhabiting now was a decaying body, a Lilywise that would cough up blood and pass out if pushed a little bit too hard on the battlefield. Granted, the queen has an insane regeneration ability, but something's clearly dragging it down. As you could see throughout the fight, she was hardly even healing the wounds that she was taking from only one. And I don't believe it was the Bophouse that she consumed along with Nihilistor, because at no point during the game has it shown that Bophouse lasts nearly as long as it's been since she consumed it. You know, honestly, when I lay it all out like this, it's really no surprise how only one was able to just dominate during this fight. The queen may have the body of the strongest Nikke, but it is a decaying body, and despite how strong it is, only one clearly has more than enough utility to make up for having a maybe weaker body. The queen's newfound strength may be more than enough to deal with your average Nikke, but this is a battle between queens, and clearly she can't keep up.